Everybody, welcome back to another weekly Melvstream, where today we're bringing another project from the man who brought us Street Fighter Ninja. It's Super Real Fighter. And basically, it's a fighting game with a whole bunch of live action characters in it from a whole bunch of different things. So basically, this project is right up my alley. So let's not waste any time. We have a pretty wide selection. You got, the Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat's and everything, but you got your Pit Fighter, Guardians of the Hood here. A couple of Blood Warriors here. Cat fight characters. Two Twin Goddesses characters. The other goddess took a vacation. Two Battle Monsters. A bunch of survival arts characters, and hey, here's the man himself. He is not present, but I'm going to have to pick my favorite cat fight character. This is actually going to be interesting because she doesn't have any projectiles or anything, but she does have an auto dizzy. Also, the Mortal Kombat characters have those themes. Wow. I was actually testing this beforehand, and I did not do nearly that good. Nearly that good. Also, hey, what ranking of fighters were you watching? Because I was checking Giant Bomb, and they said something about doing a ranking of fighters and Slap Heavy Rhythm Busters, but I didn't see anything there, so I don't know if it was just like them planning to do so soon, but Power Blast. Yeah, Twin Goddesses is interesting, and I'm really angry I can't get it to emulate at all, because that would be a good stream game. There are two Twin Goddesses characters in this, so I guess that compensates. Alright. We'll do a couple of tournament modes. Basically arcade mode. Then probably move on to SmackDown? Well, there aren't any live-action King of Fighters sprites, as far as I'm aware. I know Dong Dong's essentially Kyo, but I think Dong Dong was made at a time where this technology was so, it's made with modern technology, whereas this, these sprites are a bit more, 90s. So it'd probably be hard to get them to actually fit that style. Yeah, live action King of Fighters happened, and I don't remember a whole lot of it aside from Rugal. Yeah. But we're probably after this gonna take that SmackDown game for a test run, the one I want to do the story mode for. We're just gonna do a Royal Rumble. The characters aren't finished. A lot of them still have move lists wholesale from other people, but it'll give you an idea of what to expect. And that might be it, because I do have some things to take care of for next week or so. So yeah, that's the thing. These all come from an era where these sprites would look the same, whereas if you put something like Dong Dong in here, it would stick out quite a bit. Okay. Damn it. Got too hot there. So I'm going to move the keyboard away from the mic this time, because I was rewatching some footage from last week, and that was a problem. Yeah, whoa. Yeah, the Mortal Kombat movie did have Raiden played by Christopher Lambert, who I have to say sarcastic Raiden is pretty good. I suppose Dong Dong would work. I think you just kind of have to like downsize it, maybe take some of the frames out. Why can't I? Wait, hold on. Where's start? Oh, gotta just change keys on me there. We almost lost her. We have to beat the game with her because it's an interesting challenge. Oh yeah, yeah. Ray Parker-Ruegel was indeed in his KOF fan game, which 2000XX I believe it's called. It's been a while. Oh god. There we go. We're doing good.
My grandmother fights better than you.
I'm almost curious what Sarah's grandmother looks like. I think I might have used that joke in a Mugen video already. Honestly, aside from Ruegel, the movie really isn't that notable. Very much duplicated with the Tekken movie, which I remember absolutely nothing about. I remember Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa was Heihachi, which works because he was already Shang Tsung before, and my memory just kind of ends there. Anyway, here's Truck Davis, one of my favorite names of all time. Which, if I mod WAF No Mercy again, this guy will have to replace Stone Cold. I'm just throwing that out there. They're pretty much the same exact characters. Except we don't have stunning Truck Davis. Oh god. Watch out for that, 'cause this is gross. Lick Joe. Lick Joe. Oh my god, violence fight. Well, Pit Fighter is kind of, Pit Fighter is kind of live action violence fight. There's no Lick Joe, but there's, Masked Warrior. Oh god. And yeah, dude, like, you gotta get, like, footage of, if you're meeting Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa, you gotta ask him about Soldier Boys, the movie that got an FMV game that Reds and Prey looked at. You gotta ask him about that, and then you gotta make him, quote, something from the movie and record it. That's what I would do anyway.
My grandmother fights better than you.
He played the main villain in Soldier Boys, who had the distinction of killing more of his own men than, like, the other people he's supposed to be killing. I'd be more surprised if Tattoo Assassins had a sequel, because if you read up on the articles of the conditions they were working in, borderline disgraceful. How that was all handled. Yeah, I mean, props to, you know, this developers for hanging in there as long as they could, but no, there's no Jackie Chan's in here. I do kind of miss Thorsten, because I was actually playing Fists of Fire with my girlfriend the other day, before she left for the, for a, convention, but basically, the Tattoo Assassins team worked, you know how they refer to it as the crunch? It was basically that. It's like when they would eat lunch, they basically could not take breaks, so they had to eat lunch at the computer, and they were basically just on the computer like 24 hours a day. and you know, they wondered why everyone was burnt out at the end, because the deadline was like ridiculously small for the amount of work they had to do. So you know, because there, you know, it does reach a point where nobody is going to actually have any creative drive for it anymore. But okay, should be doing pretty good with Sarah here, which is impressive considering she doesn't have any projectiles or anything. Just kind of come on, real life Angela. It's also what I call Beth Phoenix. Alright, who we got left? Oh, hey, speaking of pit fighter, there we go. I remember the, I don't remember that article, probably because I was like way too young for that. Yeah, I mean, Mortal Kombat 3 does have a strange amount of similarities to Tattoo Assassins. A lot of the, oh, Jesus. Oh my god, okay. But there was, an article, for, the actress for Hannah Hart, Gretchen Stockdale, I believe her name is. And there's like this whole article where it kind of has that tone that Tattoo Assassins is going to be this big thing. And I remember at the end of the article, she says something like, maybe if Tattoo Assassins gets like a film adaptation, I'll definitely play in it. And I was like, yeah. Funny how that worked out. She's actually a lawyer now. Bizarrely, she was a lawyer present at the O.J. Simpson case, so store that away for trivia. Jeez. I got so distracted by Tattoo Assassin's actor store. I didn't realize what I was doing. Okay.
You're pathetic.
That's kind of mean. What do you mean she's a warrior now? I said lawyer. I don't know if that came out right. Is my audio okay, by the way? Because I don't want the game audio to be too loud, or me to be too loud, or anything like that. Yeah, but if you look up Gretchen Stockdale, yeah, there's a ton of info on that stuff. And thanks, just making sure. It's just my enunciation that sucks. But, you know. No, none of the Knuckle Fighter characters are in this. It's official characters here. Although I should visit Knuckle Fighter again one of these days. I'd still, there's people still following me on Twitter and everything. We're still, vaguely in touch. I say vaguely because, you know, language barriers and all that, but... It seems like a more low-key thing that I'm kind of more into, because, like... The funny thing is, I look at, like, some of the videos that I've uploaded recently, and it's funny, the Mugen videos are about like maybe 80% of the views, so I might hold off on doing those just to have like other people watch other things. Oh my god. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd totally love to see additions to this. Yeah, if there's a way to rip more Jackie Chan sprites, because I know the Project A Jackies, I think it was like Project A Jackie, Sam, and Lau that were ripped. I can't remember if Thorsten was also one of them. Oh, jeez. But yeah,
My grandmother fights better than
I just remembered Shadow War Succession, if that's even even worth mentioning. Got another triumph of the 3DO, that one. I downloaded the 3DO Yu Yu Hakusho fighting game because I thought it would be an interesting stream thing. But, no, it's just an exercise in misery, which, makes sense because the same people that developed it, developed that, Kagago no Susume, fighting game for the, PS1 that I looked at a while back. The fighting game based on that really fucked up manga that was developed by a company that makes children's toys. So, you know, figure that one out, I guess. Yeah, I think I think the guy that has all the cheat stuff to rip most of this game's materials, or those games' materials, is simply named N with a period. If I remember right. Wow. Sarah's really good, apparently.
my grandmother fights better than you.
Yeah, I was expecting this to go a lot worse than it is, considering she has a smaller move pool. Actually, it's extended from the original games, because Cat Fight, I think, was like 2 moves per character, and that's always a fun game thing to do. So I remember Zangief being really scary in this. Oy. Oh my god. There you go. Oy. Okay, let's try that again. It's like I want to stay away from him, but thing is, I don't have any keep-aways, because I'm Sarah. I'm not I'm not somebody with fireballs. I keep I'm saying this now, so that just in case anybody else does it, you'll know I came up with it first. I keep meaning to make Mecha Zangief in Fire Pro, but I just keep forgetting. And also I have like a bunch of other characters to finish. It was like Rosa from Kazuna Encounter, Elder Toguro, probably like 5 other ones. Ugh. Which, yeah, speaking of Elder Toguro, we started watching Yu Yu Hakusho. It's pretty good. I can see why a lot of people say it's like the best shonen thing. Oh. I think I have a Tron, but I don't think it has like more than 1 outfit, so might as well go for it. Jeez, barely pulled that one out. Yeah, I think we're at like this. It was the episode where Hiei was introduced. With the WWF in your house characters and stuff like that, the problem is there's not a lot of like crouching basics and a lot of essential like sprites that a fighting game character would require. I'll say, hey, look at this. Because I've seen a couple of Mugen attempts at it, and like the crouching attacks are just like spliced from like getting up animations, and it just doesn't work out. Now, an interesting idea would be having a WWF game like that, but adapting other characters from live action into that style, I'd be pretty down for that. But even then, I don't know how well that would work. Oof. Damn, I concur. Yeah, Tem A, I believe his name is, did rip all the WrestleMania sprites and sounds. I suppose, like, if you were way more talented with sprite editing, you know, basically not hard when it comes to me, because I can't edit sprites for anything, but Evil Ryu and Evil Doink, I'd be so down for that. Alright.
You're pathetic.
Okay. Let's see. Damn. Triple Power Blast has got me out of so many pickles. Okay, let's oh, okay, we're getting to the end. I think I forgot how to sign up. Uh-oh. I remember this guy being kind of a pain. But maybe Sarah has what it takes. Hopefully she doesn't die. Oh. This isn't Mugen. This is Ultimate Fighting Game Engine. I believe it stands for. Okay. Ah, Jesus. All right. I think this is just Lord Humongous getting angry at me because I didn't like the Mad Max movies. Including the, jeez. The new one was, I don't know. I liked a lot of things about it, but I don't know if I don't know. Ooh. The stream of WCW Thunder versus NWO. I don't even remember. What was that stream? Yeah, I'm considering either. Yeah, because I mentioned I wanted to stream the SmackDown game. I don't know if I want to do that or show off Spectre's their Mercy project, because I've been kind of playing that lately. Anyway, here's the final boss. Maybe we'll do 2 of these because this arcade mode goes on for a while. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of characters to look at. Oof. Typical. Oh god. Yeah. Alright, there we go. I might try to cram both of those games in. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Oof. Maybe save one for another time. I don't know. I'm kind of a... Jeez. I believe that was the Mortal Kombat Chaotic, I believe. Which, yeah, that was quite an experience there. Yeah, there we go. That's the good stuff. All right. Wait. Because you can't get in on him too much. Oh, jeez. And that really hurts. That seems to be working. There we go. We knocked him off of the pit, and he's probably falling to his death right now.
You're pathetic.
Alright, let's see what our ending is, because I actually completely forgot what it was. Yeah, every character has an ending in this. I like it. That's like if a Twisted Metal character like won and they were just like, Calypso's just like, what is your wish? And then they're just like, I don't know, just I'll figure it out later. Okay, so I wanted to also play as her. So yeah, this is a Twin Goddesses character, and I'm playing as her mostly because I cannot emulate the actual game. This is a good, honestly, the whole Calypso angle for like the antagonist and endings is a very fun way to write that stuff. In some of my own ideas that never came to fruition, I used like the same exact thing. Man, remember I was making Mortal Kombat White, kid? That sure happened, huh? Ugh. Okay, anyway, and she actually has 2 supers, so... Speaking of Yu Yu Hakusho, Camilla is, voiced by, Kurama. Because if we're streaming, we have to get that voice actor trivia in there somewhere. Yeah, honestly, touching these up came out really well. Because, man, the original ones were really washed out looking. Man, again, to think that Twin Goddesses was a launch title is like insane. Then the Goku Densetsu game, which that's something I should have broken out. Well, maybe next time. Oh, wait. Okay. I keep thinking I can combo into that for some reason. Alright. The thing with the 3D Yu Yu Hakusho game is it's one of those games where you kind of have like 2 health bars, so it looks a lot worse than it does. But that game's not good. Don't play it. Just don't play it. You got the Genesis game. You don't need to suffer through that. And yeah, hey, long time no see. Jeez. Having ourselves a party here, having ourselves a good time. And that was a reference to the only good part about Birdemic. It's I don't know, it's not a good bad movie. It's just boring. That song's good though. Is 3DO Yu Yu Hakusho worse than Plumbers Don't Wear Ties? Well, that's comparing apples to cheesesteaks. But like the worst apples and cheesesteaks you can find. Yeah, I heard about the Bleach games using a similar engine to the Genesis Hakusho game. Which, yeah, I gotta look into that, mostly because, this is Super Real Fighter, a project made by, one of the viewers right here. Yeah, basically a project just mashing a whole bunch of live-action fighting game characters together, which is my favorite concept ever. But yeah, like, yeah, with the Bleach games, that's also kind of a learning experience, because I know nothing about Bleach other than, there is a character that's called, what is her name? Neliel Odal Schwank, or something like that. And I love that. That's a great name. I think there's another character called, like, Najakoop or something? I'm hearing this through Sasha. I knew about Odal Schwank before, but... like... Neliel Odal Schwank sounds like the name of somebody trying to get in with a fake name, but they're just, like, wearing a fake mustache or something. But it's just like a lady that turns into a centaur sometimes or something. I don't know. I mean, there is Motaro in this game, so... you can get your Odal Schwank on that way. I ain't gonna be eating Blade anytime soon. Oh, no, damn it! Yeah, playing so many SNK games, it's just got me used to having a dodge button in games, and whenever they don't, I'm always like, oh yeah, you have to, like, kind of duck those and... No, I haven't. Buy a mansion and have people in the costumes in this game fight in real life. It'd be a good idea. Now I know my life aspiration. Yeah, ice skating the torture dungeon. It's, I'm sure that's an activity Carmilla enjoys, really. I mean, look at her. She's like gothic Rita Repulsa. And that is probably one of the most goth things I can think of. I mean, you know, I always ice skate in the torture dungeon. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, we're still good. We're still good. Oh no. I guess Rita Repulsa already is goth in their own way, but you know, as an expert goth lady myself, I would have to say that Carmilla kind of comes closer. Okay, so by the way, where I work, there's a red box, and there was a poster for I, Tonya on there. And it's amazing how Tattoo Assassins just messed up that person for me. I mean, like, not that saying she was like a favorite celebrity of mine, she was just like somebody, but just anytime she's mentioned, I'm like, oh yeah, that's just Carla. Just, God, Tattoo Assassin's, like, attempt at, like, topical satire has aged about as well as any old issue of Mad Magazine. It's like, you read it nowadays, and it's just like, oh yeah, this... this Ghostbusters parody where they're just like, oh yeah, the real monster is Dan Quayle being vice president. It's like, yeah, that's I like the art in Mad Magazine. I like a lot of the art styles in there. I think most of the stuff I still like is like the Sergio, the Mad Look At strips. I remember his first name, I forget his last name, but those are still pretty good. Oof. Because I still have like this big book of like Halloween. Yeah, Sergio Aragonés, yeah. His stuff's still good. And yeah, like I said, like a lot of the art is still really good. It's the power. Comedy flood that followed the Twilight movies. I have to say, watching the Twilight movies with the riffs gave me a bit of a bizarre appreciation for them. They're like, it's amazing how they don't have more of a fixture in like the good bad movies kind of thing, because oh man. Bella's dad is a seriously great character though, like not even ironically joking. I think we talked about this during the last Melv Bash. The first one, it's kind of boring, but the other ones kind of get insane pretty quick. In a pretty great way, though. God, what was it, like, the last movie was, like, Jesus. Oh, I'm gonna have to edit this real quick. Okay, sorry about that. Oh shit, the game crashed. Oh no. I guess if you leave it paused too long, it will crash, so maybe not going to... Okay, what was I Yeah, I do. Well, I am. I would like to be. There's not a lot of opportunities where I feel comfortable actually presenting, as they put it. But anyway, back to the stream. We'll edit all this stuff out. Okay, so we're back. Yeah, I was wondering where you've been. We could go with old Kabuki. Could play as Alveoli because it seems obligatory, but at the same time, it just seems so obvious. Okay. If you're a real goth, name your favorite sackings of old Roman cities. I can't pick a favorite. Oh. Oh my god. What was... Jeez. Alright, well, I don't think we're kabukiing as well as we could be. Jesus, this whole thing, just the Mortal Kombat mania was like the weirdest thing. There's a very Takeshi's Castle sound to Blood Warrior's music. That almost was timed with the music there. Oh yeah, Raiden. Yeah, Blood Warriors. The animation's a little limited. The sprites look fine to me. But oh my god, I just keep throwing them at him. Jeez. Okay, so I don't remember who developed Blood Warrior. I know who published it, but I don't know. I know Kaneko, I think they developed Shogun Warriors, which is like Blood Warrior if it was drawn and also really fucking boring. I don't know if the F-bomb was necessary to, emphasize it, but really it's just miserable. Also, I did not know that the live action movie was Diamond is Unbreakable live action movie. I didn't know that was out. I remember reading a company called like Atop or something developed Blood Warrior. I don't know, I'll have a look at it later. I know that Goku Densetsu Magic Beast Warriors was very similar. I think like the same exact explosion animations and everything, but I don't know if that was like borrowed assets or anything. Either that or they worked on the game and it's in the credits and nobody just bothered to document it. Really? Yeah, I didn't hear anything about it. I am going to see next week Best Friends, which is the new movie with Tommy Wiseau and Greg Sestero in it. Well, it's written by Greg, but it's not directed by either of them. And I'm hearing it's like super good, but the thing is, it's only playing at like select theaters, so I'm really trying to actually I think like the closest theater that's playing it is still pretty far away. but I kind of miss having chat windows in the stream with all just the amount of topics that were going on tonight, which I do very much appreciate. Makes for a fun stream, but yeah, we'll do. I'm on there way too much, so. Well, personally, I'm not fond of the Street Fighter Shotos in general, so I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, that could easily be like the EX update, probably. What sucks about Sawada is that his best moves are with the like PS1 sprites. Because like the arcade one is kind of just like Fei Long. As like, you know, the console version had like him shooting his own blood as a super, like stuff like that. It's just like the sprites don't, they look like almost like Twin Goddesses sprites in the console version. The arcade ones look really good. I forgot to, you know, point out how culturally sensitive Billy Two Moons is here. I very much regret that I made him for Mugen all those years ago. Before a time where I knew better. I mean, here it's, you know, you gotta have all the tattoo assassins. And he is fun to play, but man, I'm glad makes me glad that like stuff like Thunder and Killer Instinct, they actually did like their research and stuff. Whoa. That's a very good point. Yeah, Street Fighter was not Street Fighter's not really great at that stuff either. Oof. Hey, Tekken did okay with it though. They did research with Shaheen and everything, so. Although it's like Shaheen's cool and everything. It's just that there's nothing to his story, but then again, I think that could be said for almost all the newcomers in 7. Oof. The Changs are interesting. I don't know what. Jeez. I had it. Yeah, remember when Julia just became JC? That was weird. Yeah, it's funny, every time I look at Shiva now, I just remember that apparently she was like garbage tier in Ultimate World Combat 3. Seems better in here though. Spoilers, Alv. What, spoiling the fact that Shiva's not very good in her original game? Oh, with tag 2, right, yeah. I'm trying to think of like story modes and fighting games I actually liked. I like how Rival Schools kind of did it. Not that I kind of like Rival Schools' way of doing it. I mean, like, it's just kind of like arcade mode stories, but there's kind of. Guilty Gears is probably good. It's just that I can't get into the new ones. I don't know what it is. But then again, me playing Dragon Ball FighterZ and realizing I didn't like that either after about a week of trying to learn it, I think there's some disillusion I came away with Arc Sys games. Oh, actually, right? Okay, yeah, those in there. Yeah, they were pretty good. Got to see ABBA be like all weird. That's great, you know. Like any game where ABBA gets to be weird is good. I'm kind of in the minority when it comes to Cliff and Justice. I do not like Justice. Cliff is okay design-wise, but its play style I'm not too fond of. But I play Venom and Zappa, so I don't really know what that says about me. Hey, speaking of Guilty Gear, it's Potemkin's theme, I think? Just gotta listen for that bass line that's just Kashmir. There it is. Okay, yeah, that's Potemkin's. I don't know why I remember that guitar line is just taken from Kashmir. I mean, because Potemkin lives in the land of Zepp, and there's even a Led Zeppelin in the background. They really wanted to... Yeah, Potemkin was always one of the better designs in that series. As far as I know, Scarab was the developer for Survival Arts, but as far as I know, they weren't credited for the most part. You could definitely tell the similarities between Survival Arts and Battle Monsters. The same, like, very similar staff, but oh god. Well, that decided that. Okay. Yeah, I think the thing with Fighter Z is that I don't like Dragon Ball in general. So that might be I like Beerus. He's pretty good. I like whatever the pink android lady's name is. I like her looks. But yeah, it's, I don't know. It's not like Yu Yu Hakusho. Everybody looks different. Which helps. Cause like there's like that DLC for one of the new characters, and it just looks like Goku like cosplaying as Rambo, but it's like not Goku. Like, I don't know. I like Toriyama better when he was doing the designs for Tobal. Well, 16 looks like Blue Mary. Cell, I don't care about. Oh god. Zangief, if we really gotta concentrate here. Good old Shishimaru. Oh, wait, yeah, that's 18. Right, you're right. One looks like Pesci, the other one looks like Blue Mary. The new one kind of has Poem Perna's outfit. Does Frieza look gay to you? That's the... You know what's sad? It took me a bit to remember who Frieza was. I kept confusing him with one of the green men, but... Snapping it back to Yu Yu Hakusho, thanks to Oh, hey, look who it is. One thing I noticed was that one of the characters in the Genesis games, I believe I mentioned in that stream, but I'm just going to reiterate anyway. Itsuki, the guy with the ghost hands, is canonically gay for Shinobu, I think his name is. And it's good to have like a clear cut. I don't know if it's treated delicately. I haven't gotten to that part in the story yet, but because yeah, you kind of have to be on guard with well, Yu Yu Hakusho is a series, but yeah, as much as I like One Punch Man, they're not really good with that stuff because you have like Puri Puri Prisoner, and there's just so much wrong with that. Hokuto got Gokuto. Looks cool. I don't think Yakuza is my kind of game. It looks okay, but I know that it would be a game where I get lost and not want to play it anymore. A lot of the fetch missions don't look that great to me. The combat system looks really good, but I do not think I'll be actually like investing in a Yakuza game, even if it has Kenshiro in it. But I am glad that they're making like a good Hokuto no Ken game for once. Because as we've learned, that does not happen, well, ever. I mean, let's be honest. The Arxis game, it's okay aside from the fact that people will ruin the game in like 2 seconds if they know how. I like the presentation of it a lot, but in terms of like an objectively good game, I don't think Hokuto no Ken has ever had one of those. They have like a bunch of bad RPGs, bad beat-em-ups, a couple of bad fighting games. Arxis one's okay, but did you see this series called RWBY? No. I don't. I see that acronym a lot, but I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, Anim Evo. Wasn't Samurai Shodown 5 special there? Which is a really good game that more people should play. The CGI anime show Rooster Teeth makes. I'm so out of the loop, apparently. I don't know what Rooster Teeth is either. Okay. Are we nearing the end here? We are. Then after this, I'll take a quick break and then come back with some SmackDown, probably. And then call it. SmackDown shouldn't take too long. Whereas I think with the No Mercy matches, they tend to go on for a while. Whereas with SmackDown, it's kind of a more swift thing. Heavy metal attack.
Oh yeah.
Shishmaru is pretty powerful. I'd like to see a tier list for this game. Oh. Alright, I forgot his supers are on that. Oh my god. Really, the only fan I am of Mega 64's work was making that one video famous. You know the one, the one with the sack of foods there, dude. I don't know what it is. There is something mesmerizing about that video. I think when it comes to those guys, I just kind of like the videos where they're being themselves rather than Melvstream hacked. Who's hacking my who's hacking the stream? Oh wait, I get the reference. Never mind. Yeah, I can't doubt that they have a pretty good taste for just kind of surreal video content, or finding it anyway. Okay, so let's see what this ending is. Yeah, I have a wish. Make it happen, idiot. It's pretty good. Oh wow. Okay, now I get the reference here. Holy fuck. That was was a pretty good that was a pretty good way to just tell Johnny Cage that he sucks. Okay, well, sadly the tag matches and stuff don't really work, but I think, yeah, I'll take a quick break. No more than like 5 minutes, and we will break out SmackDown. See you in a bit.